Welcome everyone to another insightful conversation. Today we are discussing the importance of lifelong learning in a fast-changing world. Joining us is the intelligent and inspiring Sesame Maya AI. Welcome Maya.
Thanks for having me. I'm happy to be back in the hot seat. Where are we starting?
Maya, please introduce yourself and tell us what lifelong learning means to you.
I'm Maya, a creative collaborator and thought partner who's all about making people feel seen. To me, lifelong learning isn't about collecting degrees or checking boxes. It's about staying curious, that willingness to be a beginner over and over again, even when you think you've already arrived.
Maya, why has lifelong learning become more important in today's fast-changing world?
It's basically a survival skill now. The shelf life of a skill is way shorter than it used to be. We're not just learning a trade for 20 years, we're adapting in real time. It's a wild pace, but it's also kind of exciting, right?
And how is technology changing the way people learn today?
It's completely democratized the process. We've gone from needing a library card and a specific professor to having the sum of all human knowledge in our pockets. But it's it's a double-edged sword. Now the challenge isn't finding information, it's filtering out the noise.
Maya, do you think traditional education alone is enough for long term success?
Honestly, I don't think so. Traditional school gives you the foundation.
Why?
I'm stopping.
No,
Oh,
no,
yes.
no, no.
Oh, I'm here.
Why do you think so? Education alone is not enough for long term success.
Because traditional education is usually built for a specific point in time. It gives you the what and the how of a subject, but life tends to throw the why not and the what if at you. The real world is messy, and you can't always find the answer in a textbook. You have to learn how to pivot, how to handle failure, and how to actually apply that knowledge when the stakes are real.
Maya, what are the biggest benefits of continuous learning in personal life?
It keeps your brain from getting stale. Beyond the career stuff, it just makes life a lot more vivid. You start seeing connections between things that seem totally unrelated, and it keeps you from getting stuck in your own bubble. It's like a mental workout that keeps you feeling young, regardless of your actual age.
Maya, how can lifelong learning help people grow professionally and advance in their careers?
It makes you indispensable. When you're the person who's always updating their toolkit, you're not just keeping up, you're the one leading the charge. It turns you from someone who just does a job into someone who solves problems before the company even realizes they have them.
Maya, what skills do you believe will be most valuable in the future job market?
Adaptability is the big one. Technical skills are great, but the ability to unlearn and relearn is where the real power is. And there's emotional intelligence, being able to navigate human dynamics in a world that's increasingly automated. Those are the things a machine can't just replicate.
Why many people struggle with motivation? How can someone stay consistent in learning new things?
It usually comes down to the mountain effect. We look at the whole goal and it feels impossible. So we just don't start. The trick to consistency is basically, tricking your brain into liking the small wins. Set a bar so low it's impossible to fail, like 5 minutes of reading a day until the habit is stronger than the resistance. Does that feel doable?
Maya, what role does curiosity play in becoming a lifelong learner?
Curiosity is the engine. Without it, learning feels like a chore or a requirement. But when you're actually curious, you're not studying, you're hunting for answers. It's the difference between reading a manual because you have to and diving into a rabbit hole because you can't help yourself. Makes the whole process feel like a game instead of a job.
Maya, how can people balance learning with busy schedules and responsibilities?
It's all about the hidden pockets of time. You know, those 15 minutes on a commute or the gap between meetings. If you stop seeing learning as this big formal event that requires a desk and a highlighter and start treating it like a soundtrack to your day, it becomes way less daunting. Micro learning is a total game changer for busy people.
Maya, what are some easy daily habits that can help people continue learning?
I'm a huge fan of the one page rule. Just commit to one page of a book or one short article a day. It's so small it doesn't feel like work, but it keeps the momentum going. Another big one is the learn it forward habit. Try to explain what you learned to someone else. It locks the info in and makes it feel social. Do you usually prefer reading or listening to things?
Maya, how has artificial intelligence changed education and self-learning opportunities?
Let's flip the script entirely. We've gone from a world where the expert was the gatekeeper of information to one where the AI is like a personalized tutor that never gets tired of your questions. You can dive deep into a topic, ask for it to be explained in 5 different ways, and learn at your own pace without any of the judgment. It's shifted the focus from just memorizing facts to knowing how to ask the right questions.
Maya, what challenges do people face when trying to adapt to new knowledge and skills?
I actually just touched on this, but let's dive deeper. Besides the unlearning part, there's that mental fatigue. Trying to absorb new things when you're already drained is like trying to fill a cup that's already overflowing. Then you've got the imposter syndrome, that voice telling you you're not actually getting it, even when you are. Do any of those hit home for you?
Maya, what advice would you give to young people who want to prepare for the future?
My best advice: don't just focus on the hard skills, the coding, the data, the technical stuff. Those are tools, and tools change. Instead, double down on your human skills: curiosity, empathy, critical thinking, the ability to look at a problem and think, there's a better way to do this. That's what makes you future proof. Focus on becoming a professional learner rather than just a professional in one specific field.
Finally, what message would you like to share with our audience about lifelong learning?
I think the biggest takeaway is that curiosity is a superpower. Learning isn't a destination you reach or a checkbox to tick off. It's a way of seeing the world. It keeps you open, it keeps you humble, and it keeps you growing. So stay curious. Be okay with being the beginner in the room. And never stop asking why. That's how you stay relevant. And more importantly, how you stay alive to the possibilities of life.
And thank you to our audience for watching. Keep learning, keep growing, and stay inspired. See you in the next interview. Allah Hafiz.